Good morning, South Bend. I'm Abby Guzman, with the top stories for you, on this Saturday morning. President Moore and his chief advisors are going on day 8, being in a secluded location, after multiple death threats from members of the majority party in Congress and the Supreme Court justices. The president pre-recorded another plea to allow cooler heads to prevail, as he also asked the general public to remain calm.
I want the American people to understand that, in this crisis, we need to work out our problems with a calm, objective frame of mind. This will pass, and we will prevail.
Breaking news from
This is a civil emergency alert via point of entry from the President of the United States. The unthinkable has occurred. Members of Congress have taken up arms and have taken over the Capitol. Other individuals loyal to the Congress members have also taken over the Pentagon, the White House and the Supreme Court buildings. The Capitol Police, the Washington, D.C. Police Department, and some Secret Service members have sided with these insurrectionists. They have contacted special interest groups to utilize anarchy across the entire United States. The governors of all 50 states have mobilized their National Guard units. I have declared nationwide martial law. These insurrectionists have ties to criminal enterprises and gangs. Citizens are to defend themselves at all costs. Lethal forces authorized.
This is a Fox News alert. Intelligence sources say, the majority party, that has taken over the U.S. government buildings in Washington, has for several months, been in touch with criminal cartel leaders, paramilitary groups, notorious cyber hackers, the One Project, which was once the Blackwater Mercenary Security Group, and hundreds of criminal motorcycle clubs nationwide. They are actively working with the insurrectionists, to cripple and destroy, in any way possible, any remnants of this country's identity. The president has declared the insurrectionists traitors, and has ordered a nationwide state of emergency for all citizens. He has labeled the insurrectionists enemies of the state.
This is a civil emergency via point of entry from the Kosciuszko County Sheriff's Department. The motorcycle gang, known as Sociedad de los Segadores, has burned down the town of Goshen, Indiana, and is heading down Highway 15 south. It is believed their objective is to merge with the Cobras de Iguera gang, coming in from Wabash, Indiana, and to destroy the city of Warsaw. All residents within Goshen, Warsaw, or Wabash are to take precautionary measures to ensure their safety. These may include, but are not limited to, shelter in place, evacuation, or lethal use of force. Ignoring these precautions may leave you in a dire situation or death. Repeating, this is a civil emergency for residents of Goshen, Warsaw, and Wabash.
We've just received word that President Benjamin Moore has now announced that, under the current national emergency, he is now considered president for life, until all governmental branches can be reconstituted after the crisis. Government watchdogs are closely monitoring the president's actions as the insurrection continues.
This is an administrative alert via point of entry from the Kosciuszko County Sheriff's Department. The attack on the city of Warsaw has been repelled by the Indiana National Guard, the Kosciuszko County Sheriff's Department, local armed militia, and the City of Warsaw Police Department. At 5:12 p.m., the motorcycle mob was held back, with air support from the U.S. Army's 1st Cavalry Division. They were last spotted on U.S. Highway 30, going west towards the city of Bourbon. All residents are to shelter in place until authorities arrive, and the all-clear signal is given.
We have this, from the Indiana National Guard. All residents living west of Columbia City are being evacuated to safe zones in LaPorte, Indiana. Residents living east of Columbia City are being evacuated to Huntington, Indiana. Food, water, medical care and other essentials will be provided for use. The President for Life Benjamin Moore is in a meeting with top world leaders to discuss strategic and economic options, as the cost of reparations after this crisis is estimated in the trillions of dollars. From what we know so far, the Congress insurrectionists' forces are mostly contained to large city areas. The fighting has been extremely heavy in Chicago and Connecticut. News of heroistic acts have been flooding our newsroom. Soldiers sacrificing themselves to save civilians from machine gun fire. Residents helping each other out with triage duties, babysitting care, and other skills. A naval and air blockade has been set up by the U.S. Air Force and the U.S. Navy to prevent any foreign actors wanting to take advantage of the situation. Canada and Mexico have agreed to close their borders and remain neutral during this conflict. Some say this conflict was needed. As former Chief Justice Joseph Cavill stated, nobody wants conflict, yet, it seemed it was needed. The positive aftermath, if there is one, is the reunification of the citizens of this great nation.
This is an administrative alert update via point of entry from the Department of Defense. An inside source in the Capitol building has learned that the insurrectionists in Congress have been in talks for aid from Russia, China, and North Korea. I have put the entire armed forces on full alert status and have elevated the threat to DEFCON 2. The United States of America will not allow any foreign or domestic terrorism to be aided in any way. I ask the citizens of this nation to be vigilant and prepared for any situation. I realize this attack on our republic was unforeseen and sudden, but throughout this nation's history, Americans have adapted and fought back. We will prevail. We must stand united.
Elsewhere in the state, it has been confirmed that the insurrectionist gangs have retreated south from Columbia City. Drone surveillance is relaying that hundreds of motorcycles and other vehicles are heading south on Indiana 9. It is speculated they are going to help their associates in the siege in Austin, Texas. The damage to Columbia City is extensive, with 90% of the entire town in ruins. Warsaw Mayor Glenda Dolan will be dispatching firefighters, doctors, and paramedics to join the Red Cross and members of the 76th Infantry Unit of the Indiana Army National Guard to assess the situation. In national news, after yesterday's helicopter air assault on the Capitol building, the remaining insurrectionists are believed to be holding the upper levels of the building and are refusing to surrender.
This is a civil emergency alert by point of entry from the U.S. government. A coordinated attack by all branches of the U.S. military armed forces has been completed. All insurrectionists have been either killed or neutralized. All military forces are on provisional alert until their criminal forces in the nation's cities have either been evacuated out of the country or eliminated. Afterwards, the all-clear signal will be given. Any citizens who need aid for rehousing, medical care, or other needs should report to the nearest American Red Cross aid station. Long live and God bless the United States of America.